Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? Welcome, everyone, to the 11:30 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. Yo, you guys, man, we live here on Facebook, Twitch, X, YouTube, Instagram, you name it. Come on in, man. We're going to be talking some wrestling. WWE Backlash just went down. So come on in, man. Come join the chat, man. We live, man. Let's go. Yo, what it do, everybody, man? It's Saturday. You know what time it is, man. It's time to talk that good old wrestling, man. For real. Yo, welcome everyone to the 11:30 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. Once again, man, appreciate everyone tuning in. Y'all already know, man. It's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. And yeah, man, yesterday I thought I'd get a fresh cut, man, so I look a little different. So besides that, yo, man, it's time to, like I said, talk some wrestling, man. WWE Backlash. France just went down for real, man. Got a lot to talk about on that event and a lot more. But you guys, man, if you're new to the show and you haven't done so already, like I said, we live here on YouTube, Facebook, everywhere, man. All the 11:30 podcast social media channels. Definitely hit that subscribe button down below. Like it, leave a comment, and share it, man. Join the chat, man. And we're gonna be talking, like I said, at wrestling. Yo, man, joining me on this week's episode, man. I got my co-host. He's sort of my producer, my little man, my son in the background though, just messing with everything. But as he get older, I think he's gonna be more vigilant. But one I do have right now that's visible, that's gonna be talking that talk with me, gonna be talking that smack, the host of the Beeline Entertainment LLC, my guy, my commission, bro. Brian P, man, what's going on with you, man?
What up? Yep. It's another wrestling paper PLE. See, I'm saying pay per view.
Hey, I'm
PLE
right along with
in the books.
you. Yeah, man. Another one in the books, man. A lot to talk about. How your Saturday going though?
It's all right, man. I've actually been chilling. I'm over here checking out. I'm over here. I'm a little dazed because I'm looking at Jade over here with that outfit she got on doing the press conference real quick. Ooh,
Oh, okay.
I'm trying
Okay.
to
Yeah.
I'm trying to sneak a peek. I'm trying to sneak a peek. Be real, she.
Hey, that's
Woo!
what's up.
Ain't
That's
that's a
what's
fine
up.
ass woman, yo.
Yeah, I'm gonna dive into the press conference when I definitely get off here. I know they're gonna be had a lot of things to get into. We're gonna dive into everything. A couple of questions, man, I gotta ask before we review some of these matches on the show though. First, did the backlash, man, France outdo last year's Puerto Rico crowd, man, because obviously that crowd tonight, man, was very it seemed like it was, in a way contagious, man. Make you wanted to chant at home too. You wanted to know what the hell they were saying. But yeah, man, I feel like they sort of outdid last year's backlash, man, and
Yeah.
Puerto Rico in a way.
No doubt, no doubt about it. I mean, to me, this was the this was the livest crowd I think I ever heard at a sporting event. Besides like the Super Bowl, maybe stuff like that or whatever. But this crowd right here, it was. I was saying to myself, like, yo, they've been going hard since SmackDown. There's no way
Hmm.
they're gonna go through the whole pay per view going. I mean, they got liver for the final for the main event. It was this was definitely the livest crowd of all time, in my opinion. I mean, only other one that I can think of in WWE that was Insanity was after that WrestleMania. I forgot what WrestleMania that was, but that Raw after Mania where
You
they
talking
was
about the one where Dolph Ziggler cashed in?
maybe I
Was
don't know
it?
if it was that one. Maybe it was that one. But only thing I know is they was singing everybody's songs. They was
Hmm.
chanting
I
for
think it was that one.
JBL and Michael Cole. I was like, listen,
Yeah,
these niggas. But it was definitely live, yo. It was
yeah.
definitely live.
Yeah, last night was a preview. I said it when I was watching SmackDown. I was like, okay, all right. They may gonna give Puerto Rico a run for their money though. Another
Yep.
thing, does it matter to you by time wrestling come on in the day? You know, whether we was up shit the Australian event elimination change 5 o'clock in the morning. Obviously, this one is 1 o'clock Eastern time. Does it matter particularly what time of day wrestling is on for you, or do you prefer prime time or anything like that? I was just telling fiance, I was like, wrestling, I love I watch it. Don't matter what time it is, what event. But during the date, more so, it's a whole lot going on, trying to get little things done or whatever. But
It's true.
what's your thoughts on it? Obviously.
For me, I'm cool. I'm cool with the 1 o'clock or the afternoon events. I'm not gonna lie, like it's pretty cool, like knowing that I just, especially like if I had to do something. I don't do much on Saturdays, until after sunset. My girl celebrates the Shabbat and stuff like that, so we don't really go out too much during the day. But at night, we go out and do stuff. So it's like, if since they have stuff on Saturdays now, I mean, it's cool either way for me. I make a party out of it anyway. I give me some food, give me some drinks or whatever. I watch, just enjoy, and just take my chill time. And then you can still
Mm,
go and do stuff when you get out. So it's not
yeah.
I don't mind it. But the elimination chamber being at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, you can say that shit. I don't. I'm not interested in that. Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
too much.
Okay, okay. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. All right, man, we're gonna dive into it. We had backlash, man. Just went down. Incredible. All right, man. Come on, man. You're supposed to be the producer, man. You can't be falling around and stuff. But yeah,
It happened.
yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, backlash went down, man. Pretty dope event. Started off the night with the
Yeah,
tag team matchup between Tama Tonga, Solo Sokoa, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens, man. And this match sort of turned out to, anything goes, straight out brawl. And it had me puzzled in my mind. I was like, what the hell is going on? Why the security out here? Why all of these refs? It's just supposed to be a tag team match. If they're gonna brawl, let them brawl. But then it just, it went more than just brawling and stuff like that. And we seen more to that though. What was your thoughts on the match? I definitely, was thinking that Solo and Tama was gonna win, which they pulled out the W though, and we seen
yeah.
some more members of the bloodline.
Yep, that was one of the best parts. I definitely just want to say that I thought that this pay-per-view was really good actually. Surprisingly, like, last year's Backlash in Puerto Rico was really good as well. It was just a little something different. The crowd definitely did add to the excitement. But that tag match, yo, this is what I liked about it. And I'd really like pay attention to it and really like understand it. They gave it a feel from, like you just said, like it was supposed to be a regular tag match, but they came out and they was brawling. They was brawling since last night on site.
Mm,
So they sitting there, going crazy, having everybody come out like, yo, this shit crazy. We need to do something, and then Nick Aldis coming out and just like, yo, y'all want to fight? All right, go fight. This is when I knew that it was different. Like we in a different era, right? When he lifted up the ring to get the weapons and I saw the trash cans, I was like, all right, fuck.
mhm.
I'm like, let's go. Now street fights are gonna be more. And they took the trash cans and they was hitting in the head and shit. I'm like, okay, there we go. Let's bring back that real shit that they, you know what I'm saying? I get it. You don't want to do concussions. You don't got this. You know, the WWE has tons of money. You can't tell me they can't go get, like they got the prop cans and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if they're like, a little safer. It's just
Mm,
the imagery you get. Seeing them pick up the trash can, smash them on each other's. I thought the shit was phenomenal, bro. I thought it told the story. I thought it swerved because I think everybody thought Jacob Fatu was coming out. But when we
yeah.
saw Tama Tonga's brother and shit, like I don't think anybody expected that. And I think we still
No.
getting Jacob Fatu. So Yeah, so that's the weird thing about it. But it was a good ass match. I mean, I thought it was great. They all had their spots. Kevin Owens and Randy still looked strong. They was kicking ass. Here, one more thing, bro. The only
Mm,
other thing I'm not I'm not a fan of all the way is I really, really, really want these motherfuckers to make Tamatonga look like I was like hoping like after getting beat down, like he'd get up and just start smiling, like fuck y'all, like, y'all think that's all you got? Like I want them to build like a powerful character with him, yo. And I feel like he should be the next like leader, like position. I feel like he would run crazy with that shit. And
mm.
that's just my opinion, yo. Because right now they got him as kind of like what Solo was to Roman. But I think they should be building him up. Like even if you can kick his ass, do all the shit you do, but let him get up with a smile. Like can't fuck with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some
Yeah,
devious villain shit. But yeah, that's it.
that's what I felt. I felt like that a little bit with Tama Tongo. He does seem like another version in the way of Solo Sokoa. Solo Sokoa was the street fighter, and then you got
Yeah,
Tama Tonga come in here and just kicking ass and doing what he was doing to Kevin Owens and stuff. So I feel like with what they doing and bringing Tama Tonga in and Tama Tonga's brother, I can't even think of his name. First
yeah.
he
Loga, I think his name is. I can't. Yeah, I seen a
I,
couple matches with them in Japan, but I didn't.
they
I don't watch
they
Japan as
are
avidly, so
I know we might, it's new, it's still fresh though, but I feel like just in minutes, man, just within the last couple of weeks of him debuting in Evil with, his brother debuting tonight, these guys are going to be stars. We all know what
for
the
real.
bloodline had done, to multiple guys. You see what Sami Zayn is doing. You see what Kevin on, a lot of different other guys
Telling
who
you, right?
were related. Cody Rhodes, it's just so many different factors. So I think Tom Tonga is going to be great. My guy Henry, appreciate you, Henry.
Henry.
He said Fatu couldn't travel because of the felony arrest back in the days. Though I
Yeah,
can dig that.
that's
Give
gonna start being a
when it
factor with
comes.
when you fucking with the Samoan family because they them niggas is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Zilla
They a
too.
whole
Zilla,
they a
yeah, they all got
yeah.
shit going on.
They a whole mob, man. But yeah, I
Oh
definitely
yeah,
expected Jacob Fatu, but hey, just even having I hate to keep saying Thomas August's little brother. I need to get his name in, but when I get it, I feel like like I said, they are definitely going to be stars in the making, though. Because we were all expecting like a Jacob, and then get someone else. The eyes are definitely going to be him. And Paul Heyman, speaking of eyes, everything he does tells the whole story. He just like, wait a minute, man, I'm not expecting this. I don't know. I don't want y'all to do this. And then even the news that Paul Heyman said last night on SmackDown, and saying that Roman Reigns took himself out of the draft when actuality Paul Heyman took him out of the draft. So I think that's another clue and a little Easter egg that they're telling in this whole bloodline story.
yeah. And another thing with like the whole bloodline story as a whole, man. It's still so good. It's still so good. Like I was reading some comments of what some people were saying, after the match and shit, and they were saying things like, "Oh, you have certain people. It's like the same story, but just new clowns and shit like that or whatever." And I'm saying like if you can't respect this story of them, literally. Changing direction. A whole story got told, ended a 3-year title reign, and now we right back to just reestablishing new characters, new storylines, and developments. Bro, shout out to Randy Orton for the headbutt sell. Because I was sitting there looking at Kevin Owens headbutting Samoans, and I'm like, bro, you crazy. Like that's
That's
known.
not
You
something
don't
that you
headbutt
do.
Samoans and shit. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then Randy sold it. So I was like, shout out to them for keeping it live because you're about to get this dynasty, obviously, in WWE. And there's no way, I love the story that they told when Solo and Tama and Lolo they passed Jay. And like, there was no talk. It was not even Heyman. And Heyman kind of looked at Jay like,
Hey,
I don't know what the
hey,
fuck to do, Jay.
yeah, but I saw something different. I saw
Yeah.
when Paul Heyman shook his head. I read that. obviously, Thomas and Solo took out his brother Jimmy. So I
Mhm.
saw that, and Jimmy and Jay's reaction to Paul Heyman was, and Paul Heyman was shaking his head no, as if no, don't do it, don't do it, don't try to be involved in this, because even Paul Heyman don't know what the fuck is going on. Like he
You
said,
don't know
he
what to
didn't
do.
want to subject Roman Reigns to this bloodline ish of what Solo got going on. So
Yep.
that's what I kind of like saw in a way. But yeah, it could be both ways though. But I think that's the beauty of it.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
you're
yeah,
right. You're right. I feel the same way you do because it's just I feel like Thomas. I feel like not Thomas. I feel like Paul Heyman is like he's in this weird position where it's like he don't know what's going on. So it's like he's not in control. I don't think they're gonna swerve it and make Paul Heyman like, oh, I love this. I think they're gonna swerve it to where it's like Paul Heyman is gonna be like, I'm honorable to the tribal chief Roman Reigns, and he's not here, and his family's running rampant right now. And I think that that's going to be he's going to be a big part of the build when like Roman returns, and you have like whatever kind of formation they're going to do, whether it be the Usos and Roman go up against this newly formed Bloodline faction. I mean, I feel like it's going to be some legendary storytelling, bro. Like leading all the way up to The Rock versus Roman at Mania, and it's going to be fucking legendary, yo. I just can't believe that the
yeah,
Bloodline shit after 3 years is still just
ain't that something? Ain't that
it's
something? But
crazy.
and I think when they told us, at least when Roman Reigns or Paul Heyman said, "Yo, man, we just in the third inning, or we just in the fourth inning, or whatever ending," people laughed it off. People was like, yeah, okay." We sort of want a new champion, something new, but instead of having Roman Reigns, the champion for X amount of years, people just
Mhm.
shrugged it off and just was like, okay. But now, when he says that, man, we in this extra inning and stuff like that, I really do believe him, because it's more people. And I think, like I said on
Yeah.
Commission Talk, when they introduced that bloodline tree, that introduced a whole lot of factors into what's to come or can come.
It'd be dope if there's like some crazy NWO type Samoan shit in WWE, bruh. And like they just start dominating, even outside of the damn outside of their civil rivalry or whatever they got. And I see a lot of people saying the Gorillas of Destiny, and I mean if that's their name, like I said, I know of these guys, I've seen their matches, but I've never really followed like storylines. I say Tama Tonga is the only one that I kind of followed more storylines because he was in Bullet Club and stuff like that. And I know a little more history with him. But everybody else, Jacob Fatu, I've seen a lot of his matches, but I haven't followed a lot of their storylines and stuff. So I didn't even know that that was like their name and shit. But I'm definitely ready to see what they can do. I'm even looking into more stuff to try to learn more about them because apparently, this is going to be the newest shit, bro. There's no way they're not going to push this to the moon. They're selling the shit out of it, and they don't need no belts. That's the best thing about it. But I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait to talk my
What you
shit.
about
That's
to say?
all.
Okay, okay, all right, all right. Well, yeah, I don't think they need no belts at the moment right now, but
Nah,
can they win them?
no.
Because it's not gonna be too many people who could take them from them if they do put titles on them. So, and
That's very true. And
especially
yeah,
as dominant as they would be as a tag team. So
yeah, and
yeah,
that's why I'm
yeah.
saying, like, what I was gonna say, I was gonna wait until we got to like, later, but not saying that they're not doing anything now, but I am gonna say this, like, with these storylines, bro, this is one of the reasons why, and I'm always gonna say it. I always had a problem with Cody interjecting in the story with the bloodline. The bloodline shit is so fire and all of this stuff is happening, it's constantly happening, you're gonna have to have at least the same amount of hype for any kind of belts. So the WWE champion, he's gonna have hype to build his status up because if you got amazing stories, that's what you're gonna want to look forward to Raw. That's what you're gonna want to look forward to SmackDown, the PLE. But we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go on because I do got some shit to say about it, and we'll get
Okay.
there. I'm gonna
Okay,
jump the
cool,
gun.
cool, cool. Okay, cool. Look, that was a cool tag team matchup to start off the night. I didn't think it was gonna start off the night, but
Me neither.
it really was a dope matchup. Triple threat matchup we had with Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, and Bailey. Not a bad triple threat matchup. All women showed
It's
out.
pretty
Like I
good.
said, I think
Yeah,
yeah,
this was
really,
good.
really pretty good.
Really good.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
everyone definitely, like I said, showed out, did their thing. didn't it didn't really think that when we was talking about who was going to take the pin on commission talk, didn't think Naomi was going to lose. I mean, get pinned. But however, great matchup, man, great matchup, and I'm interested to see where it comes, man. You either gonna stay in or you gonna get out. Which one? What was your thoughts on it?
He's trying to figure his life out.
Yeah, yeah. What was your thoughts on
Bro,
Bailey winning this one?
first off, Bailey, oof, man, that's my baby, yo. I'll tell you right, if I could tell that woman anything, first thing I would say is like, I love you, all right?
Okay.
Just be with me. But yeah, this was a phenomenal triple threat match. I think all three women they had really good chemistry in the ring. Tiffany Stratton is phenomenal. Tiffany Stratton is phenomenal. I'm not going to even act like she's not. I can't even say anything really against her. She's ready to be in the ring with heavy hitters. I can see her having an amazing career going forward as well. She's a good heel. And the thing about as weird, I can see her as a good baby face too. And she wouldn't even have to really change too much. She wouldn't have to really cater to the crowd. She could still have an attitude and people would still love her. I think she's one of the best up and coming women in WWE that I've seen in a while.
Yeah, no doubt.
She's got a character too. That's the biggest thing. But Naomi was hitting in this. Bailey was definitely showing why she's the vet. She like Bailey got it, yo. People don't really give Bailey the credit, and I ain't saying it because I love ass, but I'm just saying like I feel like they don't give her the credit she deserve, yo. Because Bailey know how to guide a match, yo. She Bailey know how to rock through a match in this triple threat match. You saw them moving, bro. They were almost like they were real connected. Like everything was flowing smoothly. The moves were nice. When she did the damn handspring backboard shit into the thing on Naomi, and Naomi fell over, but
Mm,
then she jumped over and did the damn what's it called? Whatever the snapmare shit. Bruh, they was kicking ass in this match, yo. I thought it was phenomenal. The first two matches of this pay per view, I thought they were fucking great. I thought they were great.
yeah.
I was like, yo, I was
No,
entertained. I was over there trying to. I thought I was going to be doing other stuff while I was watching like some of these matches, but I was hooked on it.
nah, yeah, I couldn't move. I couldn't move with this match on the screen though, because like I said, I like Tiffany Stratton. She do have a character, and I can see her being a women's champion by the end of the
For real.
year. You know,
Yeah.
so I don't know how long Bailey's gonna do her thing, but she's well over deserved because you got the other ladies like Becky and Charlotte and all the other women, Bianca, they won multiple championships and they've been in the scene. And it seemed like Bailey took a step back, although she was in Damage Control, doing her thing with that group. But I think it's well overdue. Well overdue as her being champion, but
Yeah.
I can definitely see Tiffany Stratton being a future women's champion in the future. Hopefully Naomi, gets something good. Hopefully she can come back to WWE just to lose.
I'm not,
But
I'm not gonna
hey,
lie, bro. That's why I think Naomi they need a mid card title, yo, for the women. They need
and, and,
the one thing
and got
that's
a mid
coming
card title on NXT though. I don't
on
understand why they
NXT.
couldn't make like a women's intercontinental championship. They got the NXT Women's North American Championship coming, and all they got for the women's is the women's title and the tag titles.
Yeah, it'll give them something to do besides just corny storylines. Because the corny storylines, it doesn't help anybody's development really. It just puts them in situations where either you're going for the title or you're just doing she stepped on my bag when we were in the back, or she spilled champagne on me, or I mean it's just like you can only go so far with that shit. It's not easy to develop. It's just a story to kind of make you more interested in a throwaway match. But and I'm not just saying that because belts don't just make stories. You could do stories without belts as well. But in this case, I think people like Naomi, I like what they're doing with Mia Yim, bringing her back down to NXT, letting her kind of, jump in there because they do have that mid card title. I think that they're making
Mhm.
the right moves with certain areas. Shayna Baszler, the lineup for Monday night, the King of the Ring, looks phenomenal, yo.
Yes,
Looks
yes. Let's talk about
phenomenal.
that for a moment.
Yeah.
The Gunther Sheamus match. I'm looking forward to. It's a matchup
Drew and
with
Finn, the Drew
Drew
and
and
Finn.
Finn,
I don't know why
and
I'm looking at that shit.
one of a matchup. I think I can't remember, but he's wrestling
Drew and
Dragonov
Finn, yeah, Dragonoff and what the fuck is his name? It's
because
it's
I know
it's,
we're
it's
gonna get
good.
Ricochet and Rey
Dragonoff.
Mysterio.
Rick-
Uh, and
No, not
Gunther
Ricochet,
and
Dragunov.
Sheamus, and then
Gunther,
Dragunov
Sheamus.
take on somebody, and then
Yeah.
you got Drew and Finn.
Who the fuck was Dragunov taking?
I couldn't think of, but
I
I
don't
was
know
just
why I
like, yo, man,
forgot.
I'm.
It was one that I want to see though. Yeah, I want to
Yeah, it was
see it
definitely
hard.
one I see. And these matches is incredible because I'm a big advocate of not liking these sort of mini tournaments. Like, if it's gonna be a
Yeah,
tournament, make it a tournament. Like, don't make it a
really.
shitty ass tournament where it's like only 4 or 8 people in it though. I mean, like, maybe at the time there's only superstars jet though, but I like the big tournament. From all the matches they announced on Monday, it seemed like 4 from men, 4 from the women. That's 8 matches, and then obviously it's more on SmackDown. That seemed like a decent tournament. King of the Ring,
I got you, bro.
King and Queen of the Ring tournament
So we got Kofi Kingston versus Rey Mysterio. That was the one I was looking at too. I was like, okay,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
looking forward to that.
Kofi versus Rey
And it's
Mysterio.
Ricochet versus Dragunov.
Ricochet versus Dragunov. Okay,
Versus
okay.
Dragunov. That's gonna be some good shit right there, bro. And the women is I know um Shayna's versing who
Versus
who is
Zelina Vega,
Z-
and I know
is it Zelina?
I'm not sure, but I did see her taking on
Trying to look this up
someone.
real quick.
La Vicaria, she's supposed to be in the match too. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is some new stuff. I see what they're doing there for the King
Yeah,
of the
I'm
Ring.
excited. And it's crazy because like we were just talking about, I'm not even talking about it for the for like for who I want to win the King of the Ring thing. I'm talking about it just to see the match. Like I can't remember the last time I saw Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre. I can't remember when I saw Ricochet, or if we ever saw Ricochet versus Ilya or whatever. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. It's definitely gonna be really
And
interesting.
and the last time I think we saw Gunther and Sheamus go at it, was at Clash of the Castle last year. Well, I think the year before last or so.
The year before that,
And
yeah, I think.
obviously they were in the triple threat match at WrestleMania last year with Drew. So that's gonna
Right.
be a banger off that. So like I said, it's been
Yeah.
a minute and a long time since fans, such as us too, and just fans in general, had some anticipation and excitement coming going into the King of the Ring. So I think that's
Yeah.
dope, man.
I love King of the Ring, man. It's always been one of my favorites when I was younger. But as it got older, it kind of just it felt less important because
Yeah,
back in
yeah.
the
They
day, it
stopped
was like
having it.
it was
Yeah, yeah,
they
yeah,
got rid of it.
yeah, it was an annual thing. It was an annual thing every
Mhm.
year. Well, from I want to say maybe 2000, 2001 ish. It was a every year thing, and then after that, they just said, you know what,
And
forget
even
about it.
before that,
Let's
bro,
let's let's.
it was I think the first King of the Ring was like 94, 93, 94 because Bret Hart. As a matter of fact, I think it was 94. No, 93 because that was King of the Ring tournament was when it had Undertaker versus Yokozuna. And that was when he came
Mm.
out the fucking Titantron. So yeah, the King of the Ring goes all the way back. Stone Cold had his famous,
Oh
Austin
yeah, yeah.
316 speech. Yeah,
Uh huh.
so the King of the Ring been around for a long ass time, yo, and that's why it's like when they did take it away in the early 2000s, it was just like they weren't taking it seriously. Like, Wade Barrett had won it. It was a couple Fit Finley, I think. And then it was just like they
Yeah.
were it was kind of like a throwaway, like on SmackDown or Raw and shit. It wasn't as, high as it was.
Yeah, it was. Nah. The King of the Ring definitely go back though, but it was just like maybe like 2001, two, maybe three, maybe those years right there was like the only time they kept it consecutive and kept it going. I remember Triple H winning it, Stone Cold obviously winning
Right.
it, all the big
Yep.
names, and back in the days winning it. But it just seems like how you said they just, I remember. I vividly remember, and Waybird was the one who won it before Xavier Woods. And I remember on Monday night,
Yeah. Or
Sunday.
Baron
Sunday was
Corbin.
yeah, one of those, man.
What
And
you
they
don't
did a
even
pay per
fucking
view.
like
Yeah, I don't even know. I just
it was
remember
whatever,
they had a
yo.
pay per view on Sunday, and they said, "Yo, the King of the Ring tournament is coming back, and we're going to crown it on Tuesday." I'm like, but it's Sunday. Like, what the fuck? Like, y'all ain't gonna have a 2 week build up. Y'all ain't gonna have matches. No, we just gonna have 4 people in it, and we're gonna find out who's gonna win. I said, oh man, come on. They just throwing this shit
Yeah.
away, and and then when you win it, it's more so like a gimmick though. You just
Yep,
go around and
gimmick. Yep,
you king of the ring, and I'm even look what the Queen shit they did with Zelina last year.
Zelina.
Like
That was corny as shit.
come on,
I guess
yeah.
it gave her a little something, but first of all, her beating Piper Niven was fucking disrespectful, in my opinion. I'm sorry, but but yeah, I mean, I think with Triple H under this shit, it looks like Triple H is really trying to go back to some roots of some stuff. I think he stopped. I think you can tell that there was a lot of worrying about shit. I think under the old regime, they were trying so hard to stand out from everything that they were doing things so different and changing shit on the fly every 5 fucking minutes. You couldn't get any kind of traction with
Mhm,
anything. But it does seem like
mhm.
Triple H's era, what they're doing now, like I said, even from small shit, even to going back to just having the trash cans back with the lids on and hitting people, able to hit people with the trash cans and stuff like that is a big deal, man. It's not like when you start seeing changes like that, like they were even saying it on the pre-show with CM Punk and Big Show. They were not Big Show, Big E.
Big E.
And they, and they were saying like, hey, we didn't used to be able to say this. You couldn't say Bullet Club back. And they're like, yeah, well, shit is different now. You can definitely, what I'm saying? Is things is different. So I'm interested to see what he's going to take it back to and like the new things that we're going to see, the new progression and shit, because it's getting more entertaining because there's not as many
Mhm.
limits, it looks like. So
Yeah, yeah, you are right. You
excited,
are right,
man.
and I think that, and I said one thing before we move on is you gotta grow up with everyone, especially if I think it was 2008, mid 2008 or fall of 2008. That's when they went PG. So let's do the math. Let's say if you were 5 years old in 2008 or whatever, like 10, 15 years has passed by. Now you about 20. So
Right.
now you're still watching a WWE product that's PG that was PG and still is PG since it was 2008. You're 20 now, and they talking about shut up before I kick your butt, and all these can't even like you looking at it like oh the fuck yeah like
Get the fuck
so I
out of
feel
here.
like you gotta grow, you gotta move on with the times, you gotta grow with the times, and you gotta grow up with your audience as well. And if you just stay in that position and stay just catering to the kids, which is nothing wrong with it, man. Like all the kids are
Yeah.
going to find something attractive they like about WWE wrestling or in general, So, but I think, man, you got those fans who just tremendously love wrestling throughout it. You want to keep them there. The kids, yeah, they gonna be good, And I like how the
Yeah.
Rock put it. The Rock put it so smooth. Look at a man's got to do what a man's got to do, and you'll learn that when you get
What it
older,
is.
man. So,
Yep. You'll be all right, basically.
yeah, yeah, you'll be all right. We had a who was it? Next matchup. We had Damian Priest, Jay Uso, going one on one. Man, the interest was lit though. For a minute though, I mean, before JD and Finn came out, I just thought that Jay Uso was going to take the W though, but Finn Balor, Finn Balor and JD McDonough assisted Damian Priest with the win, even though he told him that he doesn't need them at all. But Damian Priest walks away with the championship victory though. More so, not even what's your thoughts on this, because I think we predicted that Judgment Day will win. What you think
Yeah.
could be, or what would be your idea? That's what's next for Jey Uso after the altercation, the with the bloodline backstage, sort of, and Damian Priest now as World Heavyweight Champion, getting past his first title victory.
Yeah, I definitely think, and I hope I'm not gonna even lie that Jey Uso starts working his way back to some bloodline problems. I think that they're still gonna kind of continue on a little bit because they kind of screwed him a little bit out of the out of his title. But I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly. In my opinion, if I had to like predict kind of just like aimlessly on kind of what I would think I would want to happen, I want to see Jacob Fatu. Maybe Damian Priest comes in and he's like, "Yo, I want another shot." Your crew came, and Damian's like, "I don't need them." And then Jay's like, "Well, you had them," and maybe they do a rematch on Raw. And then it's like, okay, well, I'll take you on. You want a title? You got it. I'll show you I don't need them. And that's where Jacob Fatu jumps in on Monday. I would love that. I don't know if they'll do some shit like that, but I definitely think we need to start hitting these little key components where you start linking Jey Uso back to the bloodline a little more. Because, like you said, I don't think he's going after the King of Ring shit. He just had a title shot. Either they can give him a rematch or they have to set up a whole new feud for him. And I wouldn't even begin to tell you since you have the King of the Ring tournament right now. Also, they did say something about because remember the
I think
draft takes in full effect.
there
Yeah,
you
they
go.
take
That's
in
what I
full
was
effect.
just
So
about to say. Hmm.
as you said, yeah, like I
Hmm.
know
I
they
was
said
just
something
about to
about
get.
there's supposed to be some types of switches and shit. So
Yes, yeah.
it's
That's what
time,
I
yo.
believe. It that I mean
Yeah,
that it makes perfect sense though. It makes perfect sense. You got Jey Uso on Monday Night Raw, and my idea. I mean, the merch is good. Yeet is good. I mean, you got
straight.
the
Yeah,
crowd going up and down. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people didn't want to see Jay break up with Jimmy in the first place. And so
I love the
now,
Usos, man.
so are you ready to see Jay get back with Jimmy, or is it still more potential for Jay to do on his own? Because I feel like, man, like on his own he's good, but he is a tag team guy. But I feel like he has that personality, that overtop character, which I feel like he could stand on his own though.
I feel like if they do it well, they could be both, bro. I don't feel like it has to be such a defined, line in the sand and shit. I think that
Mm.
honestly they could put him back. That's his brother. You know what I mean? Just like all tag teams that break up, they don't have to go against each other. They can still do shit. They can still team up from now and then, just like New Day and Big E and them. You can always
Mm.
find the factor, like you said, he's built a whole name for himself. He could still be a single competitor, but there's no doubt about it. Your brother is here. Your brother just got jumped. All this shit just happened. You're not ignoring it, nigga. Like it's your whole family over there. You know what I'm saying? You just had a big ass
That's what it
storyline
seemed
with
like
him, and
he is, though. He is ignoring it, though.
like he's
Or he
trying,
brushing
right?
it
Like,
off. Yeah.
yeah, how much can you ignore it though? Like you could dance all fucking day, but at the end of the day, war is going on in your family. You're gonna have to acknowledge this shit at some point. Your brother just got beat the shit up, your twin brother at that, and you just on here. Come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They could even build it up and give him more relevancy and be like, yo, I've been trying to do this thing solo, but all this shit in my head, like, my brother got attacked and all this stuff. I'm trying my best to stay out of it, but it's affecting me. I need to go handle business. And that would even give him some more traction and be like, yo, let's see what Jay about to, I'm about to let loose on him and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then take it to the Jay Uso because he's gonna be single for a little bit while he goes over there. He can go after Solo. He can go after certain things, and then Jimmy comes back, and now you got him and Jimmy, jumping in that shit or whatever. Then you got Roman coming back, and you got him Roman and what's it? You can build for a minute, bro. It's a lot of shit you can build with it. So I'm pretty sure they know what they're doing already. That's probably the most established fucking story they got in WWE right now. I'm pretty sure them motherfuckers got that shit written for the next year. Like I'm pretty sure they got that shit ready.
Yeah, I think so. And even we pointed out when Jay was I think it was prior to WrestleMania and he was talking to his brother, he was just like, yo, Jay, man, I miss you, man. Come back home, come back with me and shit like that. So the fact that he sort of, just wanna do his thing on his own, I think it's gonna be a whole turnaround. I think probably around SummerSlam is probably when I think things are going to take a full effect to where it's like this new bloodline versus the original, the OG bloodline, and how it all
Yeah.
come about. I'm interested for it. I'm all here for it. So, hey,
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah, you can see it. I
Definitely.
mean, to be real with you, and not to go too far off topic or whatever, but just like, there's some people that, we haven't been seeing as much. And you saw them on Thursday, LA Knight is another one. Logan Paul didn't have a match. Intercontinental Championship didn't have a match, and it's just backlash. But I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of shit that you starting to kind of not see stuff. So there's still all these people that you got you to do. Everybody can't be the king of the ring, so you still got to have more establishment. You got to have people in different situations. So it's still a lot to do, man.
Yeah,
So
I
a
thought
lot,
it
a lot of
was.
shit to do.
Yeah, and I get Triple H. I understand it. 5 matches on the card, less is more. less is more. But I think it is an opportunity to give people time to shine. Yes, you got your weekly shows, Raw, SmackDown, and everything like that. But I think having an additional match or two, 7 matches on the card, just to that always seemed like for a pay per view, it was always like about 7 matches on the card. A regular pay per view and 5 matches. I get what they're doing. Having more time on the card for everybody to do their thing, in their space. But I I don't know. I feel like I forgot my thought of what I was about to say though. But um yeah, less is more. I feel like that's the thing they go on that though. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I hope they don't do too much of that shit though, because listen, less is more, and I get it, but at the same time, it's like you got
Oh,
so much. You know what I mean? Like you got so much you can fucking do. So if you're gonna try to play around with weird, that's what I keep saying about stop making everything a Mania situation. I know Mania is the biggest pay per view of the year, but at the end of the day, you still got so much story. You're gonna have a story for Mania, trust me. But if you want to
mm.
just try to make everything, oh well, we're gonna have that at Mania. We're gonna have that, and it's fucking March. Like, like come on, bro. We just got done with Mania or April, whatever. Like we just got done with Mania. Can we? We ain't. I'm not talking about next Mania. Like oh, we got a big announcement. The announcement's obviously going to be. Oh, it's going to be here. It's probably going to be in Vegas. I don't care. Like
Yeah,
fuck. I just got
yeah.
done with Mania, bro. I'm not. I don't. It's not extending to me yet.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's the announcement they talking about on the Kentucky Derby or whatever. But the
Yeah.
thought I remember when they doing this whole less versus less is more, and I noticed like AEW pay per views, man, they have probably like 12 wrestling matches, like 11 matches, and 5 of them are just about the same. And you'll get two that maybe three that stands out and be that one match that's like the match of the night. And I like how WWE is not, obviously you got Raw, you gonna have Raw, you gonna have SmackDown. It's a lot of wrestling. And I think, with the pay per views, just having maybe 5 or 6 matches on the card is just telling, more stories and
Yeah.
having giving more time to the guys. So that's what I think
Yeah.
though.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. Jay Uso didn't get to go, so we'll see what's next with him though. I wish that sort of everybody got though. Bianca Belair, Jay Cargill teamed up and won the WWE Tag Team Championships from the Kabuki Warriors since Jay debuted in the WWE back in what was it, September, early October, and she was
Yeah,
just
I
training
think so.
and she was trending. Jade Cargill's in WWE, man. I just want to see her and Bianca go 1-on-1 or either of them team up. So hey, look, they teaming up and they are the new women's tag team championships. I asked you, Brian, man, who are going to stop uh Black Girl Magic right here, man?
All right, Dre. Let me tell you something, bro. I gotta be real with you. All right, this part right here,
Okay,
y'all, you probably ain't gonna agree with me. All right, but I gotta say this
it's
shit.
cool. It's cool. It's cool.
So first off, Bianca and Jade, I love the idea. I love where they're going with it. I mean, I feel like we could definitely see what's going to happen with these two. You're already seeing some deflection already from Bianca. You're
Yes,
starting
and
to see
did you
the
notice that? Because you
Bailey.
said on Commission Talk this Wednesday, and we was having a talk about maybe them, maybe some type of thing that's going on with them, and it wasn't no deflection. But I want to say real fast before you go on, I
Yeah,
was more interested than even though Bailey and Bianca went 1-on-1 probably like
a
50
bunch of
times
times.
by now, like a bunch of times. But it wasn't until last night on Friday Night SmackDown made me more interested in their feud. It sort of came full circle for Bianca in a way where she needed, or no, Bailey needed Bianca. She needed a tag because Jay Cargill and Naomi was down. And she was
Right.
just looking like, bitch, I'm not about to tag you. But when she
Yep.
tagged Jay Cargill, she looked over at Jay like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
They're telling the
then just
story.
rubbed it off.
They already
Yeah.
telling the story. I think we're gonna definitely be getting Bianca versus Bailey again. I think that Bailey is like you said, like it's going to be interesting to see because it's cool the dynamic that they're building around it because Bianca's basically like, yo, I'm done with Damage Control. I'm ready to be finished with them. But at the same time, I feel like it's still, even though they just won the belts, I feel like Bianca's still gonna have a chip on her shoulder because she's gonna be like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I should still have more because Bailey is
Mm-hmm.
another one who took shit from me and now she got the title. I feel like it's a
Mm-hmm.
perfect opportunity for them to tell that story. But with all that being said, and I'm interested to see what happens. I'm interested to see what's going on. I do got to say this shit, yo. I'm not a wrestler. I've never had a wrestling match in my life. I can. Uh oh. Oh shit. Oh, my dog is flipping the fuck out. King, chill out. I'm not a wrestler at all, but yo, Jay Cargill, man. I know one of the things that this nigga King, come here, come here, come on, sit, sit. She's incredible. I know one of the things people were saying was they were scared that people were going to use her too fast, and she was going to go ahead and jump in the scene early and not be that well off of her performance that she had at AEW. And we saw her. We saw her at the beginning. We're like, okay, maybe Jay. She was in the Royal Rumble. She did one or two moves. You know what I'm saying? Then we saw her again. She was in a tag match. She did a couple moves. She did a little bit more. Listen, bro, in this match right here, man, she literally, I would call it stage fright. She got to a point where that part where it began when Kyrie Zane went to pin her. Now this is Kyrie's fault, I'm pretty sure. Kyrie Zane went to pin her, but the ref was like, yo, you're not the legal
Yeah,
person. And the ref
mm-hmm.
made that shit obvious as fuck. Like, he could have like dialed it back a little bit, but the ref's like, you're not, I don't know if that was part of the story or what. But the ref's like, you're not the legal person. And Kyrie was like, what? Fuck. Then she went for an arm bar. And you saw she
Mm-hmm.
was like, arm, wait a minute, she can't tap out either. You saw the confusion. And when that shit happened, Jade was gone. I'm telling y'all right now, go watch that match again. At that point right there, Jade was fucking gone. Somebody in the comments has said, it looks like that everybody kind of slowed the pace of how they normally rock because of Jay. They're trying to kind of like they don't want to. They can't be their old. Everybody fucking in motion. These are vets pretty much. Especially Oscar and Kyrie. But yo, she was talking. It was like she was asking them questions.
Yeah, did you
I
hear it?
never.
Yeah, when they was when
Yeah,
they was
I
calling the
heard it
spot.
and saw it. Yep.
Yeah,
But it,
yeah,
it
they
was
was.
crazy. It was crazy, bro, because it was just like I'm not gonna lie, man. I never saw like she almost looked at like she got to a spot where when you like when you're trying to get caught up and you're like, oh shit, I'm on the spot, I gotta, and then you just kind of get to a point where you're like, oh fuck, man, what do I do? I'm fucking up too much. It almost looked like she was about to hit that moment. Like she was about to be like, oh, but Bianca and Oscar saved her, bro. Bianca and Oscar, when they finally got in, and Bianca finally got in the ring, and they did that spot where they picked both of them up and slammed them together, and everybody was laid out. That was where it started. And Bianca was laying down talking to her because she kept saying sorry. And like I said, I know she's still kind of new. I'm not trying to throw hate. I'm just making sure I say all this shit. But at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, bro, if she is going to stand alone and be a character we're expected to see, this is her first time in the ring by herself, and it kind of went to shit, yo. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna act like I didn't see it. I don't give a fuck if
Yeah.
I'm a wrestler. I know what
I
motherfucker be saying. Well, you don't
Nah,
know. Nah,
you weren't
you
the only
saw it.
one. It was something about I kept saying, man, I don't know. Look here, I'm gonna go watch it back, but I know that moment where Kyrie Sane went for that pinfall. The referee was like, "Yo, man, you're not the legal person." Then she went for armbar, and I'm just like, something about this is weird as fuck right now. And then I hear somebody calling the spot. And I don't know who it is though, but someone is calling the spot and it was like a
Wow.
double move, and it was loud. And then they did the move, but then knowing how Jay Cargill moved around and rocked in AEW, I, I think it's her star power. It's her star power, the potential she brings, the looks that she has, and the
It,
influence that she could bring on a lot of black little girls that getting in the business. It can also take the weight off of Bianca Belair a little bit as well. But I think you know. I get what they're going with it, using her less, making her attraction or whatever. And I think they started using her more. She was on SmackDown. She wrestled tonight. She had a matchup on, Raw a couple of weeks ago, but I think that wasn't nothing. But I think you start using her more, and with her, and I watch some legends talk. Like with a superstar like that, like I said, with the matches on the card, less is more. Not taking too many bumps. I remember it was an article I was reading like a couple of weeks ago. How I think fans were either upset a little bit because Cargill didn't take one bump at a house show, so she just came out there, did her thing, and that was really it. I think the most bump that she took was maybe something I don't know, but her in that stature, you know, I don't know. I think she still got a learning to do, and I think the best thing was to do was to put her, I guess, in the tag team. But putting her by herself, I think a lot of people would see that
That she's
she
green
need a
and
little bit
scared.
more work. Yeah,
Yeah.
I,
Can, 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 can you hear me okay? I just switched my mic and shit on.
there's a little echo in the back.
It's a little
It
echo.
don't
I
sound
just
like
want to make
yeah,
sure. I gotta fix
yeah.
it. She's definitely green, man. She's super green. And like I said, I'm not trying to hate on her, but I'm not gonna act like I don't have eyes.
Yeah. Nah, we all
I
got
saw it.
eyes. It's that the Dirty Hill said the crowd was dope. That could have played a factor into it. With Jay Cargill never being in the audience like that in the day of her life. With them just chanting and going crazy. I don't know if that was ever a factor, but yeah, man, I do agree with Dirty Hills, man. Appreciate you guys tuning in on IG as well. Yeah, man, the crowd was definitely crazy, man. I know Michael
Yep.
Cole said it. Where the hell they going at for Backlash next year? Like, come on, like you guys got to keep topping that shit. Puerto Rico was one, then you get Lyon, France. Hell, shit, but they gonna go back
This
to the
was the
UK?
biggest.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, this
This
was,
shit was the
this
biggest.
was, man.
Do I sound
Yeah,
better?
a little bit, not how you was at first though, but just a little bit better.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. I mean, my mic is jacking up. And you should have about it.
Okay, yeah.
But
We ain't,
yeah,
we,
man.
we
I
ain't gonna
mean,
be on here too. We ain't gonna be on here too much longer, man. I ain't gonna take your time. My son out there, obviously giving her a hard time though. But yeah,
bringing the
tag
hell,
team
raising
champions.
hell.
Of course, Jay Bianca winning the tag team championships definitely. So the thing about them winning the tag team championships, which is cool because now they get to go on both shows, Raw and SmackDown. So I think that is good right there because I always like to see a continuing storyline play out on both shows, especially if I watch Raw and if I watch Raw, but I want to see the Bloodline story continue on. I gotta wait all the way to Friday night. But I get it. But hey, which is cool, man. It's just cool. Then we had the
Yeah.
main event. The main event. Cody Rhodes obviously going against AJ Styles, man. That it was on. I thought that was the best match of the night. The triple threat matchup. I mean, not the triple threat, but the tag team matchup between Tama Tonga, Solo Sikoa, Randy Orton, and KO. That was nice, man. Hardcore rules, tables, trash cans, all that great stuff. But then you get these two guys who just went in there and just laid it out, man. I mean, the announce tables were broken. Moves was hitting and we lost Brian. We lost Brian, but a super Cody Rhodes came out and took over, man. I mean, what does it say? Let me hear you guys' thoughts, man. Brian, be back, man. Yeah, Super Cody taking over and winning the main event, man.
Yo, Ron. Listen, now that Cody Rhodes ain't going after Roman, I mean, it's not the biggest thing for me. Like, it is what it is. One of the reasons I had an issue with Cody so much was just because it was, he was in the bloodline story. That was it. But this match was a good match. It was a really good wrestling match. I think my girl Lay said it best. It was a good match. No doubt about it. What would have made it better if there was a story behind it? If it was more story behind it? If it was like I was more excited to see it. I was excited to see them have a good match, but I wasn't as excited if they had like a feud And a feud doesn't mean it had to be 3, 4 months. Just a feud, man. Just something that's just like he slapped him on Friday. Okay, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, bro, the thing with Cody Rhodes is he's too nice. He's too fucking nice, yo. And when he does get in the ring and he does all that punching himself in the face shit and all that stuff, whatever, I'm like, okay, yeah, you're a tough guy, Cody, whatever. Like, but you still got a lot of heel tendencies. You smile through everything. You smile through everything. And it's not exciting to me, bro. I mean, AJ Styles, I'm sorry, man. It's hard to get invested with him. He better be good in the ring because he be fucking up promos every time he get on the mic, yo. And like in other ways, it's hard to get invested for me. I'm sorry, like I'm not trying to hate on him, but I'm just saying like it's hard. It's hard to like they have to be good wrestlers. Cody's not bad on the mic at all, but AJ is it kind of is, and I just want to see somebody give Cody the same amount of um you know fuck is it called the same amount of heel work. You know what I'm saying? Being the best villain that Brock Lesnar was. Brock Lesnar, in my opinion, since Cody came back, has been Cody's best heel. Has brought the best version out of Cody. That match with Brock Lesnar and fucking Cody at SummerSlam, the finale of them, the trio matches or whatever, that was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It brought out a whole character. And it's like ever since he's won the title, man, and I know this is his first title defense. Oh, we gotta give him time. Shut the fuck up. I'm so tired of everybody bitching and whining and telling you that you don't have to give anybody time. You need time. That's what you mean when you say that shit. You need time. Because anything can be invested if you Kevin Owens can make anything fucking interesting. I don't give a fuck what you give that man. He gonna do it. Did you see on SmackDown when he was biting Tamatonga and shit? I was sitting
Yeah.
here like this motherfucker. Wow, yeah. The Samoans supposed to be doing that shit. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying everybody gotta be, Mr. Fantastic, but I'm just saying, like, you the champ. You in a hot era. We brand new in this motherfucker, and it's time for you to step up, bro. Roman put this bitch on his back for the last 3 years, like he said, and it's time for you to step up. Your first title defense was underwhelming. The match was great, but it was no build. There's nothing even interesting about you and AJ even seeing each other again. You had a
Right.
match, you won, and it is what it is. What's next?
You're right. You're right. What is next? I think that's the biggest question from Cody Rhodes ever since WrestleMania. What's next? I think the first championship number one contender match was just get something under Cody Rhodes' belt as a champion. Now, I think the first story we should involve should be really good. You know, we coming out of this 2 year story with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes actually, for with Cody finishing the story and he wants to win the WWE Championship, a championship that his father never won, and etc. Then he won it. So now, what's next? What story can you top that? Someone, and I think when you go with that, someone have to take something that you love. Like you fought most of your career, if not all your career, just to make it back here to the WWE. You feel me? And that's why I go back to just him losing at WrestleMania because I think of that story more compelling because it's something I worked for all my life. Even my dad wasn't even here to see me do it. I wanted to win at WrestleMania. Fuck, and I couldn't do it. And someone, is stopping me from doing that. I'm gonna go full throttle. And so on for so on though. But he's champion now. Like we all say, the chase is more important. Just being the champion now. So now he's the champion. Let's see who's gonna start chasing Cody Rhodes. So
Who do you
we'll
think
find
would
out.
be somebody? Who do you think would be somebody that would give Cody? I knew AJ would give Cody a good match, but I'm talking about somebody that would fuck Cody's life up. Like
Randy Orton. Randy Orton is the
without a
only
doubt.
one that I can think of right now at the moment, man. Oh, and The Rock, obviously, but we're gonna get that. But
Yeah, The Rock
if you
is
want to talk about
temporary situation,
yeah,
man.
yeah, 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 I know. That's why I say, and The Rock. But Randy Orton is number one. That's the one that I can really think of that he could sink his teeth in, like nah, like I'm talking so good because it's like it's story right there. You know, like they talk about AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes. I mean, these guys weren't really in the WWE together like that. I mean, you know, so it
Yeah.
really wasn't no story behind it. And but with Cody and Randy Orton, like I mean, like you, AJ and Cody had a wonderful match, great match. I thought it was the match of the night, besides the tag team match. But if you want to talk
Bro,
about something,
I thought the women's triple threat was a tag team was a match, and I ain't gonna lie, I like their
oh
match.
for
Their match
real,
was really fucking good, yo.
yeah, it was though,
AJ and
it
Cody
was.
was
But if
was
you
was great too, though.
Yeah, but if you want to talk about a story that I can see Cody Rhodes getting into now that Randy Orton's on SmackDown, I don't know how this Randy Orton and KO bullshit thing gonna keep on lasting. Not they can go their separate ways now. I don't know.
Jeez.
The only thing I'm thinking of is maybe Randy Orton. It's just a thought. Maybe Randy Orton sort of wanted to finish the story he had with Riddle, but since Riddle is no longer here, I guess there you go, Kevin Owens. You know, like I don't know at all, but I perfect person for Cody Rhodes. You know, I can't
I
think of
think
no one off the top of my head.
I definitely think Randy's definitely a big choice. I feel like that's SummerSlam right there. You know, but everybody will say Mania. So Mania, whatever. Fucking. So we'll wait 12 months for it and shit. But what I was gonna say is, since he's on SmackDown, there's a couple of people that can kind of open some doors that maybe you haven't seen, like what's his name, the Legato Fantasma guy. What the fuck's his name?
Santos Escobar.
Santos Escobar. I feel like his faction give him a nice run. It'll be interesting. It'll be fresh. But I also think a heel Kevin Owens. I think a heel Kevin Owens would be able to get at least a three match PLE out of what's called, and I'd be engaged in that shit.
Yeah, I would be too. You know, a heel Kevin Owens is the shit. Like I fuck with a heel Kevin Owens over the babyface Kevin Owens. But
Yes,
one thing
so
I noticed WWE doesn't do a whole lot, and I'm glad they don't. But I think the whole three P. Like okay, I win the triple threat match. I'm the number one contender. I lose my matchup against you're the champion. I lose against you at the pay per view. I come out on Monday Night Raw. You know what? You got the best of me, but I want a rematch. Okay, I get the rematch. Next pay per view, I lose again. Oh shit, you got the best of me. One more match. Like fuck that. No, nigga, you lost. Let's move on. Like, come on. Look. And that's like I love Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns said, "Fuck that. I'm not fighting the same person back to back. And if I do, your ass gonna get it. And that's it. Like you're done. You feel me? Like for a while they used to do that shit for a minute, man. Like you're champion. Somebody want a rematch, like, come on, bro, let's move on. It's more other superstars that you could invest in and put time in, to build them up. But you said, Randy Orton, Legato, and Fantasma is definitely one. All I just see him is this, although he got the group, but as long as they take them serious and make them feel important on the
that's
show,
the
then
big
we
thing.
good.
That's the
Now,
big thing. And you could
now,
do it.
now, if now, if Karrion Cross didn't go over to Monday Night Raw with
Ooh,
the Final
yes.
Testament, now I can see Karrion Cross in his group
I
being
would
a
want him
threat
to
to
win
Cody
though.
Rhodes.
That's the thing. I don't want Carrion. This is shit. If WWE can hear me right now, I would fucking love it because the next thing that Karrion Cross is invested in, he's gotta win, bro. Don't put him in shit that you're trying to put somebody else over. Fuck that. Give Carrion, feed somebody to Karrion Cross, please. Even if it's Sammy, let him let Karrion Cross take the IC championship from Sammy. On some real shit.
Mm,
I
man,
want to
you
see
right.
him get built, yo. I want to see him get built.
Mm,
We need motherfucking establishment with some of these guys, yo. He's a perfect one to establish. Him, Andrade. There's a bunch of people that be Andrade and Cody. I will see it. There's a
I can
lot,
see
bro.
that.
There's definitely a lot. But you just
Yeah,
gotta
it is.
build it, yo.
Yeah, you're right, and I just think maybe I just don't see them sort of, like it's really awesome seeing, just to think of it, like Cody Rhodes versus Santos Escobar for the WWE Championship. That's like, wow,
Be
okay.
cool.
I'm a big fan of Santos. I like Santos. I like Andrade. I like these guys. It just seems though now, although we are in a new era, shout out to Triple H, but in the past they just haven't took some of these guys serious when they did present them with a huge, big opportunity, like WWE is doing right now. But like I did mention, we are in a new era. So, but on Raw, man, I see a lot of guys becoming world champions. Got Braun Breaker over there, Karrion Cross, we just talked about. Just so many, man, so many. So on Raw, is a whole lot of high potential in guys that I see, as well as on SmackDown. But it's a 2 hour show, not a lot of people there, but it's gonna be go. It's gonna be dope. Definitely gonna be
Please make
dope. Look
Raw.
at B.
Please make SmackDown 3 hours. Please go ahead and just do that shit. Give people more time. Fuck the little babies talking about some. Oh, it's too long. It's not too long. SmackDown will be phenomenal. 3 hours. I mean, we've been saying it, especially with the Rock situation when he came and took up most of the damn show just doing one thing, and then you cutting matches. If you got shit going on like that, obviously you need another hour. Just put another hour on it, man. Call it a day.
Hey man, look at I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you all the way. Look at B man. I appreciate you, man, spending the afternoon with me, man, chatting some good old wrestling, man. WWE Backlash post show review, man. So what's the plans for the rest of the day, man?
Oh, listen, man, I've been sitting here at this computer, man. If you guys can see, I'm not in my normal office. I'm at my outside office because it's hot now, and my garage gets super hot. So that's where all my lights and everything is up. So I got my brand new office like in the cool, and I'm gonna be sitting at this computer working on the beeline. I've been doing that for the last 5 days. So trying to get this
Okay, man.
business up here, man.
Okay, that's what's up. That's definitely what's up, man. Look, I appreciate you. I'm about to grab something to eat, man, and see what else on for the rest of the day. Of course, I'm pretty sure they're gonna announce WrestleMania next year in Las Vegas. Kudos, that's great. But hey, can't wait to see what the future holds, man, with WWE and this coming week, the King of the Ring tournaments and more. So definitely, you guys, man, tune in this Wednesday. Commission Talk, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The guys going to be live once again, myself, Brian B, and well as Warren Marlowe. And definitely tune in to Straight Through the Ropes, man, later on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, man. For real, more wrestling talk coming, man. Definitely subscribe to the Beeline Entertainment LLC, Buzzing with Marlowe, and also right here on the 11:30 podcast, man. It's been a great show. We're about to head on out of here, man. Uh, early wrestling, man. Just, get some things
It's
done
the
for the
day
rest of the
now.
day, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate you, man. Be
All right,
safe,
brother.
man. I'll chop it up with you in a couple of days. Yo, for everyone, man, thank you guys for tuning in, man. Definitely like, comment, share, subscribe, and tell a friend about the podcast show. But for myself, Dre, aka Dre on Wells, and my guy Brian B, man. Yo, we out, man. Peace.